Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to another episode of Nadiya Shah Productions, the season 2 premiere of Nadiya Shah Productions. I am your host, Nadiya Shah. Thank you so much for being here, especially to those of you who've been there through the last season and are joining me again. I am so grateful that you are here to celebrate amazing people with me. This project, Nadiya Shah Productions, this online show really is a dream come true. It's given me a chance to sit down with and talk to people who are big dogs and amazing thinkers in astrology and New Age spirituality. And today what's really special is I get to anoint my very first veteran guest as well. This first guest on this second season is my dear friend and now author of the new book, Earned Wisdom, a symbolic exploration of getting older. It's a book that excites me about getting older. My dear friend, Julie Simmons. Julie, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me on your first, round of your next season.
Yes,
awesome.
It's very exciting, and you are the guest who has been on the show more than anyone else. It looks like the book is really great for people who are either totally new to astrology, but also people who have some astrological knowledge.
I don't feel that I write for astrologers because because astrologers don't need me to write for them.
Astrologers have a lot of people writing for
yes,
us.
Right.
Yes.
The book is written for people as a symbolic guide, and you don't need to know any astrology to read it. And then in the back, there's a whole lot of astrological information if you want it, and then there's exercises and meditations that you can do. There are so many confusions and disorientations, and astrology is the most amazing, symbolic guide to any stage of life.
One of the things that I know marks a transition into elderhood is the second Saturn return.
Well, Saturn is the keeper at the gate. Saturn is the threshold. So Saturn represents the fact that we are crossing into a new stage of life. So the first Saturn return takes you into your adult life, and the second Saturn return takes you into your elder life. But in Western culture, we don't truly, we have senior citizens, but we don't truly identify the difference between an adult and an elder. And I think there is a big difference, and Saturn's contribution is that you are crossing the threshold, and the more conscious you are of the fact that you're entering a different phase of life, the deeper will be your experience of it. I mean, you can have your regrets and you can have your accomplishments, but what does it mean? Human beings are relentlessly obsessed with making meaning out of our lives, out of random events.
Isn't that what astrology helps us to do?
Yeah, that is astrology's gift.
There are some other really distinctive cycles that happen in terms of getting older that mark that transition into elderhood.
The progressed moon phase returns to the same as it was when you were born. And that happens at your first Saturn return, and it happens at your second Saturn return. There's this incredible relationship between the moon and Saturn. The moon takes 29 days, Saturn takes 29 years to go around the Zodiac once, and so there's a real resonance that they have with each other. The Saturn return is very, very much about the structure of your life, whereas the moon phase return is more about the emotional orientation of your life.
I love the cover.
Oh,
is that Zeus?
Yes.
So that's Jupiter.
Zeus with a six-pack. That's the other thing that happens when you're 60, that only happens when you're 60, is that you have a Saturn return and a Jupiter return together, right?
Exciting.
Yes. My hope is that as it finds its way, it will really open up to people the connection they have with the language of symbols, and that ideally people will use it to create a guide for themselves. What I'm trying to create is a feeling that this is navigatable, that I have a core in me that will not collapse based on external circumstance.
Well, I will say of so many people who've come across my path, you are definitely one of those people who does inspire me with the very strong core that you have.
Oh, thank you.
So Earned Wisdom on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, it's everywhere. Just from what I've read so far, it is so beautiful, and I know I am looking forward to giving a copy to my mom as well. Yes.
Right.
Julie, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for doing this.
Of course, it's Julie Simmons. I swear, it's very exciting. And thank you so much for being here for the second season premiere of Nadiya Shah Productions. I am so grateful. Until we connect again, take care. Welcome to Nadiya Shah Productions, featuring inspiring, positive, uplifting people, places, and events in astrology, New Age spirituality, and art. Catch full episodes, daily horoscopes, and so much more on my website, nadiyashah.com. Thank you so much for watching. Until we connect again, take care.